Microsoft arguably created the convertible laptop-tablet hybrid when it released its first Surface Pro many moons ago. But since then we've seen a growing number of competitors rise. Traditionally these have been clone devices from other PC OEMs, like the Lenovo MIIX 510 and Asus Transformer 3 Pro. But more recently we've seen big-name players with alternative ecosystems join the fray, like Apple with its shiny iPad Pro line. The Pixelbook is Google's stab at the market, and from what we've seen, it's a pretty impressive one at that. The Pixelbook and Surface Pro have completely different designs. The Surface Pro is unashamedly a tablet first. It can only be turned into a laptop replacement using a magnetically attaching type cover keyboard, which will set you back an extra £149.99, $129.99. The design has its strengths and weaknesses. On the one hand, it makes the Surface Pro far more portable and radically slimmer and lighter than a traditional laptop. The downside is that the lack of a physical hinge makes typing on your lap a lot less comfortable. The Pixelbook takes an alternative approach that's more akin to Lenovo's Yoga series of laptops than any Surface. Specifically, it works as a basic clamshell laptop, but has a nifty 360-degree hinge that lets you fold the screen all the way back, turning it into an admittedly chunky tablet. The two devices are also completely different beasts when it comes to software. The Surface Pro runs using Microsoft's full-fat Windows 10 operating system, while the Pixelbook uses Google's cloud-focused Chrome OS. Windows 10 is pretty standard in many offices and will work with more third-party applications than Chrome OS, which is limited to running Chrome Store web apps. But Windows is also a much more demanding operating system that will eat up more of the device's processing power and battery life. Both devices are available with optional £100 active styluses. Related best laptops: Pixelbook vs Surface Pro. Specs: which has more power? We won't be able to sensibly confirm which device is more powerful until we've had a chance to more thoroughly test the Pixelbook, but both pack some pretty impressive hardware, coming with a variety of different storage, CPU and memory options. You can see a full list of the tech on offer in the table below. Google Pixelbook, Microsoft Surface Pro 2017. Screen 12.3 inch, 12.3 inches, touch display resolution 2400 x 1600 2736 by 1824 pixels. IPS CPU Intel Core i5 i7 7th Thig, Intel Core M3 i5 i7 7th Thig, GPU TBC Intel HD graphics 620, Intel Iris Plus graphics 640, storage 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB, 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB, 1 TB memory, 8 GB, 16 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, camera TBC Full HD video, rear Full HD video, front battery life TBC 13.5 hours, standard usage OS Chrome OS Windows 10 dimensions TBC 292 by 201 by 8.5 mm weight TBC 768 grams 784 grams. The only slight letdown is that neither device runs using the shiny new Intel 8th Gen family of CPUs. We've only just started benchmarking Intel's 8th Gen CPUs, review incoming, but from what we've seen, they are pretty darned impressive and offer significant improvements in performance and power efficiency. Hopefully we'll see an 8th Gen refresh of both the Pixelbook and Surface Pro soon. Related best tablets: Pixelbook vs Surface Pro. Which offers better value for money? Neither device is cheap. But when it comes to value, the Surface Pro does have a slightly lower starting price than the Pixelbook. The most basic Surface Pro configuration: 4GB RAM, 128GB SSD, Core M3, Intel HD graphics 615, costs a modest £799. The cheapest Pixelbook configuration: 8GB RAM, 128GB SSD, 7th Gen Intel Core i5 processor, will set you back £999. By comparison, This makes it sound like the Surface Pro is the better value option of the two, but things are actually a little more complex than that when you consider the fact you'll have to shell out an extra £149.99, $129.99 for a type cover to use the Surface as a laptop, and the hardware concessions you'll have to make going for the cheapest Surface. The memory and CPU downgrades mean the cheapest Surface will only work for basic tasks, like note-taking, basic office work and web browsing. If you want to do serious photo editing or design work, you'll have to upgrade to the much more expensive £1,249 version with an i5 CPU and 8GB of RAM. Below you can see a full breakdown of the Pixelbook and Surface Pro's configurations and pricing. Pixelbook 8GB RAM 128GB SSD 7th Gen Intel Core i5 £999, $999 8GB RAM 256GB SSD 7th Gen Intel Core i5 $1,199, 16GB RAM 512GB NVMe 7th Gen Intel Core i7 $1,699, Surface Pro 4GB RAM 128GB SSD Core M3 £799, 4GB RAM 128GB SSD Core i5 £979, 8GB RAM 256GB SSD 7th Gen Core i5 £1,249, 8GB RAM 256GB SSD 7th Gen Core i7 £1,549, 16GB RAM 512GB SSD 7th Gen Core i7 £2,149, 16GB RAM 1TB SSD 7th Gen Core i7 £2,699. Interested in the new Pixelbook? Let us know on Twitter and Facebook.